coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Lost a throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Horn. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
When offenses get 1st downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll knock him down. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll pull it on the read. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third down, he drops the throw. Got his man quickly. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle, setting up for it.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That's a tough place to be if you're the quarterback, too. On fourth down, the defense dials up the blitz, and you just feel the pocket constricting around you. It's like a black hole. There's just nothing you can do. It's hard to see receivers downfield. It's hard to step up, and on that play, you're helpless, and you know that you're losing possession. You're coming off the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Let's go! Let's go! Finds his man. It's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll line up for a second down play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Gets it out fast. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
To the air on first down. Flips it out to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
5 receivers across the formation. It's 2nd and 11. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good, and you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense, forcing that incomplete pass.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Makes one man miss. Got enough for the first. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. The snap sets up the throw. Sets up the screen. Turning it on. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Canes!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Sending the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This is a designed run. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Creates a little room. There he goes! Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. A new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job. And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The gift to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together, Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a two-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Otis. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got it in the middle. It's Otis. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Back open in the middle. Still running at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Otis. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. That Miami offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly, but when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's DeMarco. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Makes the catch. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Give to the running back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Across the 45. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Canes want to pick up the tempo.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he
Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Back to pass on second down. Nice grab in traffic. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Adderley. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Now from inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They just keep firing. Snagged out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll give it to the back. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Extra point here will tie the game. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount. They take care of the ball. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. A designed run for the quarterback. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. He's got him. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The Longhorns will snap it on first and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll go to the toss. Shakes off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Skips away from pressure. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Gets it to the back. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. Turning it on. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Hurricanes!
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. one not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Calls his own number. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Flags it out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Under fire. It's on target and complete. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Toss to the outside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that 1st.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Music note. Music note. Here we go.
Quarterback keeper. There he goes. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 40. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Going to the run, it's Longo. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! They strike first in overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Steps away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
2nd down, he'll throw it. This time on target. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Texas! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
No interest in another overtime. They'll go for 2 and the win. They want to throw it. They did not get it. The aggressive call to try to win the game right here, and they come up short in OT.